Hello all, welcome to Evolving Tech Top 5. My name is Adrian, and in today's video we're going to be looking at two Apple iPads that came out in 2020. 2020 has seen the release of a plethora of new devices from the tech powerhouse Apple. From phones to tablets, a new iMac, and new operating systems, Apple has had quite a busy release year despite a worldwide pandemic. Today we're going to take a look at the 5 strongest selling points of two different Apple devices, the iPad Pro 2020 and the iPad Air 4. Instead of doing a direct compare and contrast between the two devices, we will provide some simple information about each device to help you make the most informed decision possible. iPad Pro 2020. Starting us off is the iPad Pro. Released back in March, this device has seen a few updates from the 2018 version. And from the looks of it, they're all for the better. This includes screen optimization, battery life, operating system updates, and much more. But what are the most important aspects? Let's review through what we think are the 5 essential features of the iPad Pro 2020. First and foremost is the price. It looks like when they were figuring this out, Apple was sure to give consumers a range of pricing. At the time of release, the iPad Pro starts at $799 and goes all the way up to $1,499. After the October release of the iPad Air 4, the price ranges dropped about $50 each, adjusting the range from $749 to $1,449. The price you end up paying will be determined by what your needs are with respect to screen and storage size. This model of iPad Pro comes in 11-inch and 12.9-inch sizes, with storage going from 128GB to 1TB. This all is keeping in line with the average tablet pricing that you will see from other manufacturers. Second is the addition of the Magic Keyboard that gives the device a feel more akin to a MacBook. It's debatable whether or not this change is necessary for a tablet, but it makes use of this particular iPad more accessible, which is generally never a bad thing. But with tablets in general moving in a direction to make them overall replacements for laptops, this was an inevitable addition. The only drawback here is that the Magic Keyboard is sold as a separate accessory, with a steep price of $349. Keeping up with consumer demand is never a bad thing though. Next is the newly updated iPadOS 13.4 with updated trackpad support. The Pro now has a redesigned cursor, making use of the touchscreen that much easier. This change also boosts precision while browsing. Although a small change, this feature was initially relegated to being an accessibility feature that you proactively had to turn on. Now it's automatic, and everyone seems to be loving it. The updated OS also includes additional security for your files, new Memoji stickers, and a multitude of bug fixes. The specs have seen some updates as well. The new A12Z Bionic chip, only found in this particular device, gives this iPad a better overall performance than the previous A12X chip from the old version. There is a new dual camera built in, which includes an ultra-wide lens. Along with the camera comes the new LiDAR scanner, which ups the game on the augmented reality features. There's also an update to the built-in microphone, giving the audio quality a more professional sound. This is an update that is especially important in our current world. With the uptick in usage of apps like Zoom and GoToMeeting during the COVID pandemic, you'll be sounding crystal clear to anyone you video chat with. The last item for the iPad Pro, but definitely the most important aspect for some, is the improved battery life. This new and improved battery gives an average of 10 hours of use on one charge. While this may not sound like it's not an improvement, Apple states that the updated battery life will not degrade over time. An important change for the longevity of your device, especially if you're someone who's always on the move, or someone that tends to forget to plug their device in. iPad Air 4. Now let's take a look at the iPad Air 4, which released in September of 2020. Not unlike the Pro, the new Air has some improvements over the previous version, plus some familiar aspects that we've all come to love. As before, here are what we think are the 5 crucial features of the iPad Air 4. Starting off, let's take a look at the pricing again. With there now being one standard size at 10.9 inches, the iPad Air 4 only has 2 price points, depending on what kind of storage you need. $599 for 64GB and $749 for 256. Some may have sticker shock at the starting price, being that the last version of the Air was $100 less. Regardless of this fact, this device definitely still gives you the most features for the lowest price. The price changes keeps the Air in the mid-range of iPad prices, being the Classic and the Pro. Secondly, just like the Pro, the new Air has support for the Magic Keyboard. Unfortunately, the keyboard does not come standard in the box for the device either, and the price points for adding the accessory remains the same. That being said, with the initial price point for the device itself being that much lower, it makes the overall pricing for everything together that much more affordable. This will give you the feel of the Pro-level device, but without the price tag. Third, let's see the design. The new Air has a thin and light design, which is both light and elegant. In addition to this, you may have some pretty fun colors to choose from, something not seen with the Pro. You can choose from green, blue, rose gold, silver, and gray. This aspect is very attractive to iPhone users who like to color match all of their devices, being that the colors provided are the same or similar. Time to coordinate. Next up is the display. A lot of the aspects of the display are pretty standard and are stuff you would see on most other iPads. There are still some extra perks and needed updates to the Air's display, including an anti-reflective coating and also full lamination. This makes the screen more resistant to fingerprints, glare, and the random person that likes to snoop over your shoulder. So that means when you watch videos and the screen goes dark, you won't feel like you turned on your front-facing camera accidentally. Last but certainly not least is the sound. For the affordability of the Air, the sound feels like you purchased the Pro. You'll get a true stereo sound that will fill a room no problem. You'll even get some spillover into the next room, making the need to bring this iPad into another room with you in order to hear everything unnecessary. This is especially important with performing functions like participating in Zoom meetings, so you won't miss any important points or conversations. Just be sure to mute your microphone first to avoid any embarrassments. So, there you have it. While this is not a comprehensive compare and contrast between these two items, hopefully the information provided in this video will help you to make the most informed decision possible. Which is the best device, once again, comes down to the user's individual needs. No matter what decision you make, both the iPad Pro 2020 and the iPad Air 4 are solid devices that you will be able to get some fantastic use out of. But what do you think? Leave a comment below and let us know your experience with these devices. While you're here, be sure to like and share this video. Then give that subscribe button a click so you can get notified whenever Evolving Tech Top 5 has new content. Thanks for spending time with us today. Later.